Hello, welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. I hope that you're well. I'm not going to hold you long. I just um I just had to come on here and remind you to invest your money. Remind you to gosh, I'm logging into my brokerage account right now as we speak. Logging to my brokerage account so that I can purchase some mutual funds. Okay. Well, I mean that's probably what I'm going to do. Uh, I keep pushing the wrong button. I probably can't do two things at once. So let me talk to you and then I'm going to complete my transaction on my brokerage account. Um, but that's what I want to remind you, ladies. I want to remind you to invest into yourselves and to buy assets and make sure that you're acquiring assets along the way. Okay. So some relationships last, they may not last. Who knows what's going on? But get some of the money and put it up. Invest it into something that can grow. Every time you get money from a man, take a little bit of it and buy an asset. There are a few mutual funds. You can look into various ones and start kind of comparing and seeing which ones. But there are some that have a very small, like recurring investment. Like after you make the initial investment, sometimes they charge you an initiation fee, but you can make contributions to the fund as little as $5, or whatever, something really small. So look into that. Look into that. Look into stocks under whatever amount of money you have. If you have $20, you could look for stocks that cost $20. You could also put the money in an IRA. You could put the money in something like that on a CD. But I do like things that are not as liquid. So like CDs aren't super liquid, but they kind of are. So if you're not, prudent with your money, if you look at your CD and you think, "Oh well, I'll just take the penalty and take the money out," then I would discourage you from getting the CD if because it's very liquid. Look at some assets that are not as liquid. Like you can liquidize stocks, but it takes a lot of effort, because you got to sell it and you got to set all of that up and it's not immediate. So um so think about that. And of course like your IRA, that's not so easy to get money out of there either. So as you get money from men, remember to purchase assets, ladies. So enjoy your life, get your hair done, get your nails done, go on vacation, go eat brunch, go have a funky good time, go to the spa, get a facial, do all the things that you want to do. But also remember to be investing along the way and saving every chance you get. Because I know some ladies who are even like in a way better situation than me. My situation is okay. I'm making it. I'm doing I'm doing my best. But there are some ladies who are in really good situations. And I think that when it's flowing, you think it's never going to stop, because it's just always an abundance of money. It's always just abundance of everything. And so you're spending it kind of as fast as you get it. And it's just flowing, flowing, flowing. But sometimes you just never know. Always just plan for a rainy day and just think about if this person wakes up the next day and they change their mind and whatever, they're run off, to another country with some other woman or whatever they do, make sure that you're set up. Make sure that you're set up and that you're going to be good. And I think for those women who are getting those windfalls of money, I would definitely say look into real estate. Even if you don't live in it, look into a place that maybe you can buy a condo or a multi-plex unit instead of a Cartier necklace. Seriously, like for the same price of a Cartier bracelet, you could probably put a down payment on a property, for 40, $50,000, put an investment on a property and rent it out and pay the mortgage with the rent. And so even if you're living with your guy, if he decides to wake up on the wrong side of the bed one day and doesn't want you anymore. You have a property that you can go to. All you have to do is wait for your tenant's lease to run out. And when that tenant's lease runs out, you can just move back into your own place. Bada bing, bada boom. You ain't gonna never be on the street, baby girl. If you play your cards right, and if you're smart, you ain't gonna never be on the streets. You ain't gonna never be without, and you ain't gonna never be destitute. You're never gonna be running behind some man because he owns your life. No, 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 no. This was one girl in this one group I had. She posted this Cartier bracelet, and I was just like, "Girl, that is a whole down payment on a house, ma'am." She was like, "Yeah, but I'm sure there's more where that comes from." Is there though? Like, I would have been running my ass back to the Cartier store to take that shit back, and I would have got the money, and I would have put that on something else. That's just me. That's just me. I like any piece of jewelry that costs more than $25,000. I am literally not going to be indulging into that until I'm literally set for life. If you're not set for the next 10 years, you don't need to be looking at $25,000 jewelry. I'm not trying to pocket watch or anything, but I'm just encouraging you to be smart. It's a luxury to be able to spend over $25,000 on a piece of jewelry or, you know, on a bag. These damn Birkins. I'm looking at these Birkins like that is a whole house deposit. Like I'm looking when you see Birkin, I see real estate. You know, I see real estate on your arm. Now, you can have the Birkin, but show me your multiplex unit. You know, show me your IRA. Well, you don't have to literally show it to me, but affirm to me that it is set. Show me your trust fund for your kids. Show me, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just encourage balance, have balance, enjoy the luxuries for the now, and definitely indulge. Listen, I am a Taurus, and I love all the Taurus things. I love to indulge in luxury and beautiful environments, and I love wonderful fabrics like cashmere and silk and linen and organic bamboo and all of that. I love it all. I really do. I revel in beauty and luxury. And also, I know the nature of men, and I will never rest on my laurels thinking that a man is always going to come through because I know they don't be coming through like that. You know what I'm saying? they don't be they don't be coming through like that. Like they really don't though. So get the getting when the getting is good, but be ready to make a move at any time. Be prepared to make a move at any time. And it's always great to have options and be flexible. So everybody's starting off in different places. And I know that there's a lot of women on the channel who are um, just opening themselves up to get investment and resources from men. Uh, and so you might not be getting these windfalls of money, but you got to start somewhere. Okay, you got to start somewhere. So with a little, if you're getting a small investment or whatever the case may be, it could be $100. Take $5 and go on to E-Trade and look for stocks under $5. That's what I'm saying. And make it a habit. Not only when you get paid through your paycheck, but I'm saying like, don't look at men's money just as only play money. Look at it as long investment money as well, is what I'm saying. If you need some money for a car repair, throw some extra money on top of that and put that money up for a rainy day. You have some groceries that you need, throw something extra on that. You want to go shopping, throw something extra on that. Let me give y'all a little ghetto tip, okay? Here's a little ghetto tip. Nordstrom, okay. So if you have a guy take you shopping to Nordstrom, you can take something back and put it on your debit card, and then that will be cash for you. Okay, I'm sorry. I know it's really ghetto, but you can do that. I've done it before. I've done it before. Okay, maybe I'm not, I don't want to promote unethical shit on the channel, but I'm just saying that that you can do that. And there may be other stores that you can do that too. You can you can go shopping and if they're buying something on a credit card and you take it back, you could put it on a different card. And if your card is a debit card, then you will get the cash. You will get the cash. So, oh, shout out, Selfish, happy birthday. I don't know where you fall on the Taurus birthday line, but we're still in Taurus season for like another um 11 days or so, 10 or 11 days. We're gonna be celebrating. I'm stretching my Taurus season all the way out, okay? Selfish Love says you can put the $5 in the S&P 500 fund. Yep, that's a good one too. I know a lot of people they don't like trying to study stocks and figure out what's the right stock and they don't want to do all that. And if you don't want to do all that, the S&P 500 is a good, just solid investment that a lot of people do. They just invest in the S&P 500 in general. So, so that's something to look at. So yeah, and I think what probably going forward in the channel, I think we'll be spending more time talking about money and talking about opening up to resources, like being comfortable receiving them, being comfortable asking for them, being committed to growing them, being committed to like being in an abundance, and not so much like I'm not a financial guru or anything like that. So I'm not trying to come to it from that perspective. Trying to come to it from a practical, yo big sister or yo homegirl, like just telling you to be smart perspective. And also from the internal work that we have to do that's unique to us as Black women, the internal work that we have to do to undo a lot of this sacrificial lamb, don't ask for anything, you don't deserve anything, that kind of like programming that we received as Black girls. So that is how I want to approach talking about finance and money and resources and abundance on this channel. So we, have it here and there, but definitely having more intention going forward with that, because it's definitely something that I had to think about. And like literally, I just realized I got my deposit and probably posted it like at midnight. Um, it probably posted at midnight, but I'm just now logging into, I was paying some bills and, moving some money from here and there and whatnot. And I noticed I got my deposit and I was about to pay all of it on a bill. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put some of this money in my brokerage account and make it do what it do. I'm going to make it do what it do. And another thing we need to talk about is we need to talk about that direct deposit, like recurring, okay? Because the sweet spot to get on a man's direct deposit recurring is like, it's very like, you got to get it when you got to get it, because if you don't, you're going to end up asking him for money every time you need it. And that gets annoying. I missed my opportunity to get on direct deposit, but it's okay. I learned my lesson. Going forward, I'm going to make sure that I get on direct deposit at the right time. And I really think the right time is like lump sum, lump sum, lump sum, and he's crazy about you. Get on direct deposit at that moment. Okay? Get on direct deposit. You gotta do it at the right time. It can't be too early, it can't be too soon, and it can't be too late. I think lump sum, lump sum, lump sum, get on direct deposit. But anyway, there's probably more strategy to it that we can talk about. But it's very important to get on there when you can. Because I think also like when you get lump sum, lump sum, lump sum, and like they're just so happy to give you money and they're smiling and they're just like, here you go. Do you need anything else? You really think that it's never going to end. You really think that. But they get into their little moods, they get into their little moods and they're just like, you money and they get into their little moods. I mean, they get out of them, but they get into them. You know what I'm saying? But I think if you can get on direct deposit, I don't think that they would take you off unless they're like all the way through with you. Like, I don't want to talk to her again. Then they go in there and take you off direct deposit. But I think as long as they want your time and they want to continue seeing you, you gonna stay on direct deposit. Okay, even if they're mad, they ain't gonna take you off a direct. They ain't gonna take you off direct deposit until they all the way through. Um, Sissy has a tip. She says, I have a tip. Check your health insurance to see if they cover things you would normally pay for. I found out I can get acupuncture with a massage and half of it is covered. Oh, that's a great one. And you know what, Sissy? We did that benefits talk, the hidden benefits talk, several months ago. And I purposefully named it part one because I knew I wanted to do a part two, possibly part three, possibly who knows how many parts we could talk about, but just hidden benefits to let women know to start, taking advantage. Don't leave stuff on the table. Try to not to leave life. Don't leave anything on the table. Take advantage of everything at your fingertips. That's my advice. And so, yes, I do think that women can explore their health plans more, even if it's government, even if it's Medicaid or one of the Obamacare plans. There may be benefits on there that we're not taking advantage of. But in this particular live, I wanted to remind you, ladies, to invest money into assets that you get from men. That's the main message that I wanted to share today. Invest money that you get from men into assets. And think about having something that will outlive him. Think about having something that will outlive that relationship. Now, who knows? Like maybe y'all grow old together, but maybe you don't. So he's into you, he's all hot and heavy, he can't get enough of you, he want to take you to show you the world because you're new. And a lot of these guys like new experiences. So you need to take advantage of the time frame of you being the new girl on the block, and you need to get your money and you need to put it to a place where if you become boring to him, if you become annoying, he's not into you anymore, he's ready to move on, you have a portfolio that will continue to grow after he is long gone. He didn't roll down the horizon. Can't see him no more. He gone. He didn't gone on wherever. But you still have assets that are growing beyond anything. That's what I wanted to really share. Because it does help to have like a designer bag. Like that helps too. Like, all right, you might have acted crazy with me. I still got this Gucci bag. I still got my jewelry. Okay. If I want to sell this jewelry or put this jewelry on consignment, I totally can. I still got my jewelry, baby. Still got my Tiffany's. I still got my boutique jewelry. That's somewhat comforting, but there's nothing more comforting than looking at assets like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate. There's nothing more comforting than that. He can break up with you and say, or just ghost you, but guess who won't ghost you? Your brokerage account will not ghost you. Okay. Let him ghost you. You still getting dividends after he long gone. You got money that he didn't gave you and you getting a quarterly dividend statement. Trust me, that will make your heart feel better. You will feel comforted in your dividend statement. You will feel comforted in your dividend statement that you get quarterly or annually or biannually or semi-annually rather. That's comforting. Ain't nothing comforting to your soul like a dividend report. And especially when you sign it for automatic reinvestment, okay? Automatic reinvestment of your dividends and you just put that right back in your portfolio and continue to grow it. Boo hoo hoo. I'm so sorry you left me, but thank you for leaving this money though. Okay? Don't leave broken hearted and broke. If you got to choose between the two, Sissy say your brokerage account will unbreak your heart. Oh God, I cannot sing. It'll unbreak your heart. Say you love me again. Keep paying me after you leave. I'ma still keep getting paid. But you walked out of my life. Don't stop this money. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I cannot sing. But yeah, your brokerage account will help to unbreak your heart. Okay, ladies, so let's be smart in 2022 going forward. I'm about to log in right now, put my little change up from my last deposit. I'm about to put my little change up, okay? Because we are not playing games in 2022. Okay, I'm probably gonna get locked out if I keep on messing up my password. All right, ladies. Sissy says Dipkins love you again. I like it. I love it. Okay, so ladies, remember to go ahead and get paid. You know what? I have stuff that I'm about to put online. I think I'm gonna sell it on eBay or wherever, little luxury, whatever. Like I have stuff that I've gotten from guys that I don't really want it anymore. Like one is a watch because my new guy upgraded my watch. Okay. He upgraded my watch and I don't want the old one that I still have it and I'm gonna sell it. I have some other stuff that I'm probably gonna sell. So I mean that's more difficult. It's always easier to get money, but don't sleep on your stuff either. If you get nice stuff and you don't want it anymore, or you just get to a situation where you need the money, or you would prefer, try to get a couple bucks from that money and then maybe put it into something else, maybe put it into your brokerage account. So, you could always sell your stuff, so also be thinking about that. And you know who really um helped expand my mind on that was Chrissy. Chrissy was talking about that a couple of years ago, getting things with resale value like art. When a guy wants to sit up and splurge on you, and of course, you want to get all that stuff when they're so excited. Because at the beginning, they're willing to do pretty much anything for you. So, you could look at art or classic things that sell well. You could look on websites like Macari, just see what sells at what value, what appreciates, you know, and then that way you can kind of, if they really are into gifts and they don't want to give you money, then just choose a gift that has a high resale value. So that way, you have the option to resell it and use the money for something else. So, but that's kind of, a roundabout way. Cash is king, cash is queen, cash is queen. But if you must get a gift, get something with a resale value, something that is timeless and appreciates, and so you kind of want to stay away from like gaudy, you know, jewelry that's like made, that kind of stuff that nobody wants because it's personalized and it's just ugly. Try to go for those classic pieces that appreciate in value and that have a high resale value. So you could always take it back. I talked in one of my videos about getting duplicates of stuff. They buy you a Birkin or they buy you Chanel bag or whatever. You go get the dupe and take that shit back or sell it and get the money. Okay. Now, that's just depending on what situation you are in economically, because I think like we should be trying to get set for the next several years. And if you have kids, you need to be getting them set, your life insurance, you need all that stuff together. have a trust, get your will, and so try to be luxury on a modest luxury, just enough to satisfy you, but you don't have to overindulge. Don't overindulge until you're set, till you're like straight up set. You got like 6 months of expenses saved up. If anything happens, your bills will be paid for at least 6 months. At least. If you don't have 6 months of expenses saved up, I would say be modest with your luxury. And think about, always be trying to get to that level. Have fun along the way, but try to get to that level of being secure. Because when you're secure, you can walk away. You don't stay in bad situations. You're never going to stay in a bad situation that you can walk away from. You can just get up and go. Like, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of situations that you want to set up for yourself, to where if he won't do it, you got five over here that will do it. If he want to wake up acting crazy, he has every right to wake up acting crazy. You go to your property that you already own. You know what I'm saying? You get in your car that's in your name. Ladies, remember to get the car in your name. Do not let him buy you a car in his name. Get the car in your name. He can have the financing in his name, but the car title needs to be in your name. Okay? Be smart, ladies. Be smart. Yeah, her older videos did. I mean, and anybody can go access some of those Chrissy videos if you like. She definitely, talks about a lot of stuff. And then I noticed, once I really started opening up my options, I think some of that information is specific for a certain type of guy. You know what I mean? But it's still relevant. It still holds weight to regardless of the community of man. But it's definitely, um, I found, more relevant to a certain kind of guy. But there's so many gems in there. There's so many gems in there about uh, leveling up, and the crazy thing is, like, people be like, oh, I have my own, I don't need no man. Girl, bye. I have my own and I want his too. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Um, maybe for some people there is something wrong with that, and they have every right to believe that there's something wrong with that. But as for me and my house, we will serve this. No, but as for me, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that I can make my own and have his too. And I think that when we have them theirs too, we just have to be diligent about, really leveling up, not just cosmetically, and not just spending the money fast because it feels like we got it fast, or spending all of it because it was so easy to get it. Like, oh, all I have to do is look cute. All I did was look cute and go on a date and giggle, and I got $500 in my pocket now. I'm about to go buy some whatever I want with the $500 because I didn't really have to do anything besides look cute. Well, get your $500, but take like $50 to $100 and invest it, and then spend like the 400. Depending on how aggressive you are, maybe you're super aggressive and you save, you invest 400, and you splurge the 100, or something like that. Or maybe you spend some of it on debt. Maybe you pay off of your credit card, or make a principal only payment on your mortgage. I mean, that's a good way to do it too if you do have a mortgage. If you get a little money from a man, I don't care if it's $25, make a $25 principal only payment outside of your regular mortgage payment on your mortgage. Why not? Just try to knock that thing out, okay? Might as well. So you be sitting up in your property, living good, and just knowing that you have more equity in your home. He's gone. He might be long gone, but you got more equity in your home after this relationship is over. You're not looking just, busted and disgusted and don't know which way is up, eating ice cream and crying. No, you look at your mortgage statement and you look at all those principal only payments that you've been making and look at how much more equity you have. And again, your heart will feel better. Your heart will feel more content knowing that you're more secure, and you're closer to realizing your dream of paying off your mortgage. That's a blessing. All right, beautiful ladies, let me let y'all go. I ain't gonna hold y'all on the line. But shout out to all my Taurus ladies, my Taurus sister. Why am I so the folks who self-identified as Taurus, why am I not surprised? Because you have all that Taurus energy, okay? All right, y'all. We'll talk soon. Peace and love.